the sky ain't a worry in my mind. Looks like we're in the clear.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the video. Hey, Dad, what's going on?
Hey, Brandon, how you doing down there in the Lower Mainland?
Pretty good. The weather's it's a little gloomy today, but can't complain. You?
It's pretty nice up here, actually. It's a nice sunny day. It was cloudy this morning, but it's supposed to be an enjoyable afternoon. So looking forward to that.
Can't complain. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited to announce a brand new series that we are bringing to the channel. And we've discussed this for a little while now, Dad, and we're just trying to figure out the kinks, but I know this is going to be a popular one. I know the viewers are going to love it because we have the idea, and we're basically introducing it to you today, that we are going to start and build a portfolio, possibly two, from scratch as a somewhat of a challenge, and let the viewers follow along, kind of ride along shotgun in terms of how we would build a portfolio from scratch. I don't know if you can hear these pings. I got pings going off.
I can hear.
Sorry. We are going to be building it from scratch and letting you guys follow along the entire way through. And yeah, Dad, I mean, we've talked about the logistics of how this is going to work and the technicalities. And really, we'd love to facilitate some feedback from you guys in terms of what you would like to see. And I know we have a variety of things that we're still considering, but maybe share a few points, Dad, about just some considerations that we have with this challenge. Regardless, it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be, go on.
Well, I would say the first thing, and yeah, we would like to get some feedback, because the most important thing, the reason we're really doing this is to hopefully provide, I don't know if you'd call it a tutorial, but the process that you go through from building that portfolio from scratch. We just finished our series of building a dividend portfolio from scratch, but realistically, you probably wouldn't build just a sole dividend paying portfolio. Some people do, but you're going to have some bonds in there. Typically, you're going to have some growth. So the whole goal here would be to say, let's imagine you inherited some money. You committed a chunk of money. How do you start that process? And I think we should probably set some numbers and some targets.
Or you're just investing for the first time. We have so many viewers who maybe didn't inherit money, but they've been saving up and they're either just on the fence of investing. They want to make sure they're doing it right. Or for current investors who just want to make sure they're doing it right. Right. So it's going to hit a whole variety of audience out there.
Well, and that's one of the challenges that we've discussed is, what do we build? Because as you say, we got people starting like with their first $100. Right. And I know we have people who watch who have hundreds of thousands or, maybe more invested. So where's that balance, and how do we give the most value to our viewers? I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Brandon, but
well, why don't I lay out what we kind of are thinking and we have brewing, but we will suggest leave some comments below because we'll factor everything in before we make our ultimate decision. Sure. But I think what we're thinking is to start with a portfolio in the ballpark of maybe $25,000, maybe lower 10 if there's a lot of people that think that's too high. If people want us to start with more, 50, 100, if that's a big request from the viewers, maybe we'll start with a bigger base and show how that's done. But regardless, let's just say we were starting off with a base portfolio of $10,000 to $25,000, scratch in cash, and every month we add an additional $1,000, which is a practice that I think majority of people out there, if you're earning an income and you have some extra disposable income, pop it into your accounts. That's how you really get that snowball going. And I think that would be a very realistic amount to start with, because a lot of people may find themselves in that camp. And it does kind of allow us more flexibility to build the portfolio as we please, rather than starting with $100.
Well, I totally agree. I think we should start with an amount for sure. And yeah, if we did, let's say a monthly amount, $1,000 a month, I think you'd be able to scale that down or scale it up depending on what your circumstances are, right? So if you're a smaller investor, well, divide that by 10 and put $100 a month in. If you're larger, put 10 grand or whatever. The concept is that sort of what we're hoping to share is the thought process we go through in building it up. So I'm comfortable with starting with 25,000.
Sorry, go on.
If that works for the viewers, because ultimately that's why we're doing this, right?
Well, why don't we just establish that? Check mark number one to establish in this video is we're going to start with a base of 25,000, but we are open to feedback, whether you want that to be lower or higher. But let's just say that's going to be our ballpark to start with. The second consideration that I think we need to talk about is where we want to build this portfolio. And in the DIY space, Dad, you obviously are familiar through my videos and keeping up to date with the Canadian options, platforms like Questrade, platforms like Wealthsimple Trade, TD Direct Investing. I know we have amongst the viewers a variety of different platforms used. And obviously I invest on Questrade. That to me is my native platform, and that's what I tend to use. I've actually just opened a TD Direct Investing account and have been very pleased with that, as I mentioned in one of my other videos. But I know so many people like Wealthsimple trade. So why don't you guys as well leave a comment down below in terms of what platform you would like to see? Because in this challenge or in this series, we're going to be showing you the ins and outs of the platforms as well. So going into the accounts, looking at dividends received, looking at how we buy and sell, and really just kind of going through the whole process. It'd be great to be on a platform that you guys want to see. And hey, if there's a vote for both, there very well maybe people say, why don't you do one on Questrade and one on Wealthsimple Trade to give the perspective, and maybe do 2 portfolios. I don't know about you, Deb, but I'm completely open to that. Again, we can let the viewers really give the feedback. And by the way, thumbs up when you see comments down below that you like, give them thumbs up so that bumps them up to the top of the list. And that way we can kind of use that as a tally or a vote to see what we're liking. Yeah,
it's interesting because I've always, for years and years, used one platform. And I've always recommended that people, learn a platform, stick to the platform, and use that. And so it'll be hard for me if we go, oh, let's split the portfolio, because it's just,
it'll be a new experience for you for sure. Yeah.
Well, it'll be a new experience and sort of just a lot more record keeping but Well, let's see what the viewers say.
Let's see what they say. I've even seen comments, Dad, saying I make one portfolio, you make one portfolio, and see who does better. And as much as I love that idea, I think something to be made very clear about this, and I'm sure you'll agree in this challenge, Dad. This is not who can make the most money over the shortest period of time. It's not we're going to build a portfolio to get rich over a 1-year period. It's let's actually build a portfolio the way we would professionally.
That's the goal. That's the whole reason we're doing this. And I think that's I know that's applicable to younger investors who are building that foundation and the sort of starting to build that nest egg. For our more mature viewers, it's the same idea. You're not going to build something and say, gee, for the next 6 months or next year, what can I do?
You're building something for down the road. Yeah, you're building something sustainable for down the road.
Yeah, so I think we're going to build a portfolio like you would. I mean, if I was still a portfolio manager and a client came in and said, I want to build a portfolio, and my goals are, if my goals are to double my money in a year, I wouldn't take them on as clients. If I'm taking them on as clients, we're going to have a longer projection than that. So yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Really looking forward to this.
Oh, this is going to be so fun. Another question, and we're just spitballing them off, but another question, frequency of updates. How often would you guys like updates? On a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? Some crazy people out there might say daily basis. We're not doing daily updates, but or maybe just as we see fit. Maybe we add a stock to the portfolio. Maybe we make a change, or there's something major that happens that could warrant a video. Or should we get onto a set time schedule? Again, leave the comments down below. Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to throw in, I think a reasonable number would be on a monthly basis.
Okay.
And, one of two things will have happened during that month. We'll have, made some trades and built the portfolio up, or the markets will have moved and we may just do a simple rebalancing. Either way, daily, obviously not. Even weekly, I think, is a little too frequent.
Right.
And in real life, you're probably not making daily trades anyway. So if we're trying to simulate real life, I think monthly is probably a very reasonable target. And that would also allow you and me, Brandon, the opportunity to, to create a reasonable product that people are going to watch. So it's not just going to be, just too
reading over the stocks. So I see some of these 1,000 portfolio challenges. They literally just open up their watch list and they just are their portfolio. They scan through. We want to be able to really provide insight into how you manage that portfolio, the construction, the day-to-day management, or month-to-month
process that goes
behind it. Exactly. Well, I think that this video is not intended to be a super long one. It's just to more or less announce that we are doing this. Speaking of announcements, before I forget, our podcast is now live. So we have had requests for over a year to say, can you just put these in audio form? I want to listen to them here. I listen to them at the gym. I do this. We have repurposed all of the 2021 content thus far. And you can find that by both going to Apple Music and Spotify. It's the Investing Academy podcast. We'd appreciate if you guys could give us a nice review too, because I think that really helps with getting the traction going. Yeah. So if you like the content here, a 5-star review would, obviously, I don't want to just ask for that, but it helps out so much if you really appreciate that content. So go check that out. But what I was getting at for this video, Dad, was that I lost my train of thought. It
You're
was
talking about, I think you're just sort of wrapping it up almost.
Yeah.
And I think we've laid out sort of what our thought is, and I'd like to get started on this ASAP, quite frankly.
Yep.
And let's just set I know you throw in some numbers, but when we get the feedback, let's set out what is the lower limit? We said let's just default to 25,000 as an
no. I don't want to. No. I don't think we should set a lower limit. We let the comments dictate. Some people, we set a baseline of 25, and we'll see what the viewers have to say.
That sounds good to me. Yeah. Let's run with it. Yeah.
Okay. Because we'll let them say we'll let the viewers kind of give us some feedback. No point putting limits, but give us as much feedback as you can. And I think what we'll do is we'll take maybe 2 or 3 days to read the feedback. Not that long, because we need to then go open the accounts. We need to go get an account set up. It is going to be a taxable account, which is, I think, going to be a really good teaching point. We'll be using taxable accounts. We're going to need to pop the money in, get the accounts all set up. So by the next update, we will be literally logged into our accounts and ready to go, but we will just take feedback over the next couple of days so we can get to that ultimate decision very, very quickly.
And if I could just interject one last thing, what I'm speaking now to the viewers, what do you want to see? Yeah. What would help you? So, obviously trades and that type of thing, but just the meat of what would help you the most as we go through this process.
Yeah, I got some pretty good ideas in mind in terms of we're going to be actually showing the inside of the brokerage accounts and showing the positions and the activity and placing the trades and really giving the whole in and out of it. But yeah, leave your comments down below, because we don't know everything that you want to see, and your feedback is going to be really, really greatly noted. But
let's check this out. Yeah,
let's do it. This is going to be such a fun challenge, Ed. I can't wait. And I think one of the goals is we're just starting this off now here in 2021, but every week or every month we'll have these updates. And 1 year, 2 year, 5 years down the road, people will be able to go back to the start of the series and see how that progressed.
Why don't we call this the $50 million YouTube challenge?
Whoa.
Oh no, it'll take longer than 5 years. Never mind.
Well, I didn't say it's going to end in 5 years. I'm just saying, you never know.
I'm just joking.
Okay, well, good joke. Let's wrap it up there. I'm so excited for this, Dad. I know you are, and we just need to hear from you guys. But this next episode in this series, or the actual first pilot episode, we will have the money in the account. We'll be ready to go. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you have the bell notifications turned on. That way you can get basically notified as soon as we go live with the video. And if you do like the idea and the concept, leave a thumbs up, because that really does help. Any final words?
That's it for today. I'm going to go out and enjoy the sunshine.
Nice. I think so. I think me too. I'll try and find something to do.
Beautiful. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And Dad, you too have a great weekend.
Thanks, Brad. You too. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay. See ya.